Hey guys, welcome to day number 61 of 119 days of link building. I'm your host, Deepak Shukla, founder at Middleman, an SEO agency based in London. And if you want to get 17 additional strategies not shared in this training, then go ahead and click the link in the description below. And today I'm excited to talk to you about middleman link building. So if you've not yet watched video or training number 60, then go ahead and take a look at that because it really relates to fundamentally a key way that you can use middleman link building. So fundamentally, one of the challenges that sometimes you might have is that it's difficult to get the commercial return that you're looking for from a website that, for example, doesn't have much content, doesn't have something newsworthy, or is in an industry where it's very difficult to generate links. So anything, for example, that's sometimes in the gambling industry, the adult industry, the CBD industry, so like pharmaceuticals, then in those industries, it is definitely harder to get links than it would be if you were a plant blog or a food blog. So when it comes to those cases, you get presented with a real challenge as to what is it that I can do to really fundamentally drive and build links. So this is where middleman link building comes into play. So what happens here is that if you, for example, can build a site that has a utility or has something that's really interesting about it. So a utility could be a free tool, okay? So an example of a site that has a utility is this online VAT calculator or this percentage calculator. To learn more about these sites and what's happening here, refer back to training number 60. But fundamentally, what then can happen is you can build a site like that, for example, these two, and you can generate a lot of links to it because of the utility, the usefulness of that website. And then you could do, for example, a 301 redirect to ultimately the site you're trying to rank, thereby generating a ton of links. So it's when it's a site with utility, or it's when it's a site that can go viral for a different variety of reasons, whether it's entertainment or controversy potentially being a form of entertainment. And that's where, for example, middleman link building comes into play. I'm going to show you, it's a bit of a weird example, but something that's controversial right now is this terrible case of Manchester United's footballer basically being accused of sexual assault. So someone, if they were to use this opportunity, could build a site that really details a history of exactly what's happening, where it's going down in a lot of detail, and that site would probably generate a lot of links because people refer to it as the point of interest. So the point here is that you can look at anything that's happening in the news right now as an example, and if you can curate a whole series of events around it, give a detailed history. This is really the utility here being information in a consolidated format, then fundamentally you can generate a lot of links. Or it could be a microsite that's a game, a game in a browser. So there's lots of potential things that you could do to really generate links as a consequence of identifying something that is noteworthy or newsworthy or reference worthy, and then from that website redirect via a 301 or build a lot of links from that site going to your authority site, thus generating fundamentally the links to the pages that you require. And then this gives you free reign to not work within the constraints of your actual, for example, client or end website, because as long as it, for example, is either in the same niche or it's just got so many good links that it becomes a little bit niche irrelevant because you're generating lots of, for example, press or otherwise, middleman link building can work really bloody well. And now then it's just a question of imagination. What is it that you can think of, or what is it that you can discover that has a bunch of utility that you can generate content around or generate a tool around that then is very easy to acquire press for? And if you're able to do those things, then very quickly you can really take advantage of middleman link building. So there you have it. That's middleman link building. Cheers.